Всем привет, ребят. Продолжаем Хогвартс. Я поставил режим Fidelity с трассировкой лучей. Немного кривовато, конечно. Выглядит сразу заметно, вот когда смотришь на эти перила. Видно, да? Но я постараюсь вот так часик поиграть в этом режиме, может мне понравится. Жаба по трансфигурации.
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a fifth year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
Это типа ЕГЭ.
OWLs? Owls?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success. Here you are.
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a fifth year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test.
Да, ребят, я еще не выздоровел, извиняюсь, если что.
The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore.
Revelio.
Wonder where they're from. Can't imagine starting a new school this late.
Да блин, ну ладно.
Revelio.
I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student. Why don't you cast Revelio on this bust and see what details the field guide can provide?
А это вот так выглядит, как Тевран? Ну, типа основатель вот этого факультета вот этого. Прикольно. Понятно, прикольно.
Clever.
Ни хрена тут заклинаний. Ладно, погнали.
Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and outside of the castle. No time to waste. You've classes to attend.
Чая, Ревелио тоже на них делал. Че за цинь? Где это? Ладно. А, вон там. И там.
Revelio.
Пока непонятно. О, так, непонятно, подожди, непонятно. Так, тут 1 и паук. И 13. Там 21. 13. О. О.
Revelio.
Так. Вон, видишь, тут есть эти штуки. Раз, два, три. Где тут паук? Какой он по счету? Раз, два, три, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9-й паук по счету. Получается, цифра 3 должна быть. Это вот это вот, ну вот эта вот штука, да? Я не знаю, что это. Кальмар или что это? Голова дракона. Сейчас найду. Да, долго придется кубик-то кидать. Да? Оно одно и то же, что ли, всегда будет? Ну, значит, это точно не 3. Ну, паук это 9, да, получается? 9. И получается, должен быть как бы 3, но его там нет. С другой стороны, вариантов-то не так уж и много. Тут проходят мимо меня, думаю, этой фигней, наверное, какой-то страдаю, да? Не дадут, походу. Блин, а?
You've been practicing.
Да, спасибо. Блин, как сложно-то.
Revelio.
О, вот еще, блин. Нельзя отходить далеко. Ладно, я вернусь еще к этой загадке. Я ее не до конца понял.
Good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall.
Клево. Это которая Хая-Лэхабская или как там? Ну, в пупе про Гарри Поттера из узника Азкабана. Сейчас поговорим. Слушай, летучее пламя, получается, могу использовать, чтобы в Министерство магии попасть, да? Или как там было в фильмах-то? Ну ладно, короче. О. Понял.
And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall. You can get almost anywhere in the castle
Revelio.
from Central Hall.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive. Our King's Cross station, so to speak.
I don't think a single student likes it.
King
That
Cross.
should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
I'm sorry, Professor, but I'm afraid that's all there is to it.
Almost precisely what Professor Fig said. Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom
Салам
after
алейкум, брат.
both classes today, and I'll explain
Привет,
more about those
Али.
assignments I mentioned.
Как
And
дела?
see if we can't get you to
Нормально.
Hogsmeade for those supplies.
Вроде выздоравливаю.
How we could be captain of all the fields I've found. Like Black. Wouldn't want riffraff running things. That's what my
Revelio.
Black is without a doubt the worst headmaster in the history of
Это еще что такое? Для чего это?
Как игра? Крутая.
Ну, тут очень много изучать, сразу видно.
На Гарри Поттера похожа.
Ну да, она по этой же вселенной. Ну, типа, Тут даже с самого начала игры показаны всякие отсылки из фильмов про Гарри Поттера. Может, в капюшоне будем бегать? Коллекция. Что за коллекция? Доп. Контент. А как я его могу получить, кстати? Вот ты посмотри, сколько здесь всего открывать. Это капец.
Good thing Professor Weasley takes her role seriously.
Revelio.
Чё там книга летает? Подожди. Фигаши. Постоянно эта область задания не дает поизучать Хогвартс.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you masterfully evade Professor Weasley's interrogation regarding our late arrival?
I did my best, but I'm fairly certain she suspects that we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
Угу. Акцию или Левиоса? Давай Левиос, поинтересней.
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more
Сколько ему
information
лет
about
тогда,
our
Олливандеру?
mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls. Revelio.
I just know it. Do you think it's possible to spend time?
Это куда? Здрасте. Во. Что-то интересное нашел. Наверное.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
Revelio. Revelio.
Next to you,
Stop. I have no concern of who he sits next to. Wait, is that why you never want me to sit next to you?
Прикольно.
What am I missing?
keeping it in the same house.
О. А, это загрузки. Я понял.
Potions is dull and charms is dire. Nothing's as clever as playing with fire.
Мне кажется, или это классика играет?
Revelio.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
Нормально. Халявный чай. Что ты ему там делаешь, Спасайся.
Revelio.
Прикольно.
Is that all you've got?
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces on your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Опять это.
Levioso.
Now, let's try something a little larger. Let us begin with a basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, a surprised opponent is a weak opponent. So, now the basic cast. Well done. Very good, but the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
This should be easy. Protego. Complicates things.
What? Lucky? Nothing lucky about it. Levioso.
A perfectly executed Levioso.
I know. Stupid. Levioso.
This can't be your first.
I do just like you.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Ravenclaw.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments. All right. That's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
Nice work.
Oh, I'm not much for dueling. I prefer to keep things friendly.
Так, наверху сундук находится. Блин. Не открыть замок.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by the way. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
I've dueled enough. Consider yourself lucky I held back.
Huh, fair enough. You owe me an honest duel when you aren't. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Exclusive and unsanctioned? Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck, or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance. If you're interested.
Понял.
Till
Спасибо.
next time.
Huh. Always thought Levy.
If you know the right spells, it's dark wizards that'll fear you, not the other way around.
You dueled Sebastian. He's strong. I'd hate to face Professor Hecat in a duel.
Revelio. Levioso.
Я хочу что-нибудь поднять в воздух. Ничего, да, не смогу? Ну ладно. Тогда возвращаемся.
What are you up to now?
Не смогу.
Revelio.
О, там какой-то митинг прям. Этот похож на Драко, только гриффиндорского.
Revelio. Lumos. Levioso.
Ладно, погнали дальше.
Revelio.
О, там телепорт, походу, да? Угу.
On another adventure, are we?
Офигеть. Это масштабы, да? Круто выглядит. Но камера тут, кстати, как в God of War. Котейка. Мау. Блин, для этого целая заставка нужна, что ли, каждый раз? Если бы я знал, я второй раз бы этого не делал. Ну ладно. Мяу.
Revelio.
Ясная Гермиона идет. Ковер какой-то.
Professor Revelio. We sometimes have to remind him to finish the lesson.
Some of us don't necessarily want him to get back to the lesson.
I wish Hogwarts would teach us how to become animagi. They do.
You can't
And then the werewolves join the goblins in the uprising.
Werewolves, where were you? In the Goblin Rebellion of
And by the end
1752?
of it, the minister
Еще одна головоломка.
Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, what fun! I won't say my goodbyes. I shall cheer for the boy who says you're telling lies.
I'm not telling lies, Peeves. It was Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't. It was Basil Flack.
Ooh, fight, fight! It's a bold attack. Was the minister a boot or the minister a flack?
Stop it, Peeves. You'll get us in trouble.
In trouble you will be, but you can't give Peeves a smack.
Этот Пивс,
She
блин.
says it's a boot, and he says it's a flack.
Peeves, enough. You'll get us all detention. And you're both wrong anyway.
Че он
It was
прикопался?
Hephaestus Gore.
It wasn't boot and it wasn't flack, but you're in trouble with Professor Black.
Ща я помогу убрать. Что-то мне убирается. Блин, сорян, ребята, я пытался. Так, я вижу единорога. И два вопросительных знака. Тут единорога нет. О, зато вот эта штука есть. Так. Блин, не. Назад. Да блин, этого. Все. О. Блин. Че я не так делаю? Как же сложно, блин. Ну смотри, если единорог 2, и это 4, складываем, получаем 6. С 12 вычитаем 6, получаем 6. И как бы 6 это 2 вопросительных знака. Получается, если один вопросительный знак, не знаю, короче. Блин. Вообще непонятно, блин. Зато есть один вопросительный знак. Я случайно переключил.
Revelio.
Раз, два, три, четыре. Вот это вот культяпка пятерная, да, получается? Не здесь, здесь. Вот она, культяпка пятерная. Так, нет. Ой, так. И получается дракон трехглавый. Но ее тут нету. Тут не так много вариантов, чтобы погадать. Да. Хрен знает, называется. Но обязательно потом разгадаю. Сколько еще тут кошек будет?
Here, behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work. But I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
Akio.
Akio?
It is not bad.
Или
You
Акцио?
are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rather miss an eye here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me. I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our newest student start us off? Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm at the last possible moment. Accio. Now, think of this. That's it. Not to worry. Excellent. Good. Stay focused. Splendid. Happens to the best of us.
В смысле? А что мне делать?
Very good. Points to Ravenclaw. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up. You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Here we go. There we go.
Я понял, как надо. Понял.
Not to worry.
Ну, блин, слишком крутая что-то какая-то.
That's it. Watch this.
Brilliant.
Let's make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
А чё она на мое место всегда стоит?
That is how it's done.
That's what I'm talking about. О, да? Сможешь так?
Excellent control there.
Let us see this.
А что-то она поддаваться, по-моему, стала.
Nicely done. Lisa. There we go.
Я ее подвинул, да, шар, из-за этого у нее больше стало очков. Ой, не уедь. Ах, блин. Отстой. Опять она меня сделала. Эх.
Very good, both of you. Well done.
Спасибо.
Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Well done back there. You took the loss in stride. Didn't want to go too easy on you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Wagadu just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
Слушай, только сейчас дошло, что у меня у меня халат, как у цвета главного антагониста Resident Evil 4, Садлера. Ладно, приятно познакомиться.
And with you. Ah, I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Of course, you can use
A word, if you would.
If you're so inclined.
Well, you'd be using it on
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did.
You know it won't work on
I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? Miss Onai is a talented witch. Take it in stride. One often gains the most from the battles one has lost.
Of course, Professor. It was a challenging match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she
Интересно, почему неуступчивый? Чем это вызвано?
Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
Что это вдруг?
Revelio.
Опять замок. Уровень 1.
Hello. How was your first day coming along?
Нормально, спасибо.
Hello, Samantha. Nice to see you again.
I wondered how your first day was going. You certainly seem to hold your own in charms.
I've been fortunate. Beginner's luck.
My brother William would tell you not to be so humble and to trust your abilities. Then again, he tends to be overconfident in his. Well, better see to my charms homework. I'm afraid I can't count on beginner's luck to impress Professor Ronan.
Nobody can do it.
Ладно, пока что это все, я думаю.
Revelio.
And the boys don't make it any easier.
Спасибо всем за просмотр.